What up? Oh my goodness, frog in my motherfucking throat. What up? What up? What up? What's cracking? What's happening? What's bracking? Say it how you will. On and on and on. The list goes on and on and on. Let's get fucking comfortable here. There we go. 6 people watching. We got G. What up, G? I want to thank you, man. You're always in here commenting. I appreciate the support. Got to give you a big old thanks. The homie Marius, what up? Carlios also, A1, live on Thursday. So, what's cracking, G? Love your videos. Sup from New Zealand, my boy. Shout out to New Zealand. Hell yeah. So what's good? We got a Shanae B-Town in the house. So yeah, man, when are you coming to Connecticut? Hey, Marius, are you from Connecticut? I'm going the middle of this month. Lieutenant Bicking back being cool. What's bracking? I'm going the middle of this month. Aztec Trojan, always in the house. What up? Oh, Meezy, finally made it to a live. Let's go. Sup, homie? That's what's up. I did one yesterday, I think, in the morning time. So it varies, man. Sometimes I try to play it by ear. I always like to show love to the morning crew. That morning crew is early. Early bird gets the worm, but I know everybody have to be going to work. Candy Chew, what up? Hi, just home in time. Hey, Candy Chew, I did that reaction video that you told me. What a trip, man. Like I said, I don't watch the news, so I don't pay attention to what's going on. Jesus. Thanks for grinding, Spray Gunner. Yeah, man, I stay grinding, and there's 2 reasons why I'm able to sustain this momentum. One is because of your guys' support that you shower with me, flood me with. That's one. 2 is because I'm passionate about this. So, like, people ask me, hey, should I do a YouTube channel? Should I start a business? Should I do this? And I'm like, hey, man, like, whatever you're passionate about is what you should do, because anything else, you're going to get fucking tired of it, literally. Like, what's up, Fernando? Thank you for that blessings yesterday. That's what's up. How's Mexicali, bro? Is it safe to travel there? There's a function going on down there in a couple weeks, man. And I don't know if I should go or not. A late night one, LT. All right. What up, Matilda? Good to see you. I don't remember seeing the name Matilda on here, but welcome. Okay, Connecticut, Marius. I think you have my number or my email, Marius, or hit me up on the Patreon. We'll make that shit happen, dude. I don't even know how big Connecticut is as far as like, but I'll be coming up from New York. So hopefully from New York to Connecticut, that'll be good right there. Other than that, I'm kind of fucking free, so like we'll make it happen. Scotland, what up, man? Steven from Scotland, shout out to you. Let's meet up and get the best pizza in the country. Shoot it, man. Let me know what's up. Hey, Linda, how you like that ratchet buffoonery story today? It's fucking never ending. I know you got a whole bunch of stories. Feels good, though, huh? To finally speak out. Somebody can speak out about the BS, the shenanigans. You know, and we never complain like, hey, it's not that we don't want to be held accountable, of course, but we want everybody to be held accountable. At all levels, mostly at the top. What up, Robert? Any crazy stories on family visits? Yes, one time at Centinela, this heavy-set visitor lady, she had carne asada, literally carne asada, hidden. She was heavy-set, hidden under her flaps. So under her titties, under her lonjas. That's one, okay? There's another gross, and I do mean gross, family visit story. Let me know if you guys want to hear it. And I mean, it's appalling. You're a real one for taking the request. Thank you. You know, Candy Chew, I do what I can, you know. But Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out that other channel, that war nerd, as in like nerd with the glasses, Revenge of the Nerds. I started that channel. I'll be doing reactions to police shootings, combat footage, just from my insight. Am I passionate about that? I just have a lot of experience in dealing with violent situations, encounters. What up, HCB Chemistry? It's always good to see you, my boy. Um, Xavier, what's up, man? Loved your show with Danny. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. What up, James? Fred, checking in from Okinawa. Damn, this is the first time I see somebody from Okinawa. Where's my sound effects? Wow, I'll lay low on the sound effect today. But hey, you in the military, or you just—that's where you're from? You posted. You a Marine? What up, Ji? Bacala, hell yeah, we got everybody in here, man. Vanessa, Fern Dog, James, all ears. What's up, baby Crip? I like that. Big Jazz. Okay, so a family visiting story, man. I heard one through the grapevine. I heard it. Yeah, good evening, Vanessa. I heard this one through the grapevine. That allegedly a mother came to visit her, and don't kill the messenger, man. Came to visit her son, right? And that when they went through her property, her belongings, she had a bunch of condoms, right? She had a bunch of condoms, and when they questioned her about it, she made the comment of like, "Well, my son can't get any in here." So, told you guys I didn't want to say it, right? So meaning like she brought that shit for a reason. And I blame you for asking me, do I have any crazy family visiting stories? Yeah, roll call. What up, Priya, these nuts? That kind of killed the mood, man. But what do you want me to tell you? I bet there's some door-to-door action in Gaza right now. Stuff you know about all too well. So true, man. And I got my eye on Gaza, right? And I know you guys know that I'm not the political guy, man. Your boy ain't gonna stand in the middle of a fucking freeway with a peace sign or two of these fingers up. But I think when I observe these type of conflicts, I observe it from the perspective of a soldier. One thing that's very interesting and scary is those new drones. And I watch a lot of Ukraine combat footage in Russia. Lieutenant, I know you don't want to but you're going to have to get political. I know you don't want to but you're going to have to get political. Elaborate on that, Aztec Trojan. Can you drop the link for that new channel? Will do right here. Say no more, fam. It's a good idea, actually. See, you guys remind me, man. Your boy's memory is horrible. I just grind it out, put my head down. The thing about my new channel is that since it's brand spanking new, the algorithm, and by algorithm means like the more people watch the stuff and comment and subscribe and share, the more that the company YouTube will push that to the search. So when you type in that war nerd, you will see it. Right now it's just hidden, man. Starting out, it's in its infancy stage. He's a natural at stand-up comedy. Google it. Dude was an asshole. Who was? I missed something. Who was an asshole? Oh, to affect the change we're after. I hear you, Aztec Trojan. The only thing I'm scared about, man, and I was telling somebody, is like when you get into politics, and you guys see this shit, they be digging into your past, man. They'll be like, hey, this guy Hector, man, in the 3rd grade, he poked his nose, he pulled out a good booger, and he ate it. I'd be like, yeah, I did. So what, man? Fuck, didn't every kid? But, like, I don't want to be subjected to that. Like, not that I have skeletons in my closet. I just don't want to be Orange County in the house, a big OC, and AI Vega. AI Vega, man. Drones with thermals. Yeah, drones, man. What up, Eric? Did you ever encounter an inmate that you thought truly didn't belong there? Okay, I'll play this game. No. But Cain Velasquez, right? Cain Velasquez, with his situation, the UFC fighter, right? I bounced, or when that incident happened, I was like on the way of leaving. But if that dude ever hit state prison, in my head, I would say, this dude doesn't belong to be here, man. The system fucking failed him. Like, he went to the cops to report that stuff that happened to his minor loved one, and they fucking failed him. But as far as like, was somebody innocent, I'll tell you what, I was on Delta Yard as a lieutenant probably like 2 years ago, and there was a transgender inmate, a black transgender inmate. So it was a dude, but like a female, sitting in the office, and then this person tells me that they were being exonerated, like they were going to be going home to the streets as a result of DNA evidence came back inconclusive. They had the wrong person. The person wasn't the one that committed the crime. I said, okay, I want you to sum up your experience in prison. I want you to sum this whole time you've been incarcerated. And that person said, hell, absolute hell. And I'm like, damn, I can see that. That's what that person said. 55 subscribers. Let's go. Thank you, A1. Just subscribed. Woo-hoo-hoo. You got to make me happy. What's cracking? Bravo, stop eating boogers. I was a kid, man. That mom and son story is hilarious. I didn't find it to be hilarious. I found it to be grotesque. Free Kane. But he's out on the streets right now. Hector, did you ever consider being a federal CO? Look, when I got out of the Army in 2005, I was 20 years old. I was young, I was lost, I was suffering from traumatic PTSD, substance abuse, self-medication. I was lost. And my dad did not appreciate me partying so hard and being out of control. So I remember he kept telling me, Hector, why don't you go apply at Maricopa County? He said, why don't you go apply at Maricopa County? I said, I don't even know what Maricopa County is, Dad. Doesn't sound appealing, doesn't sound appeasing. And it was pissing him off because he's like, hey, all you're doing is fucking drinking and fucking up. Why don't you go apply, wait till CDCR gets to you, but in the meantime, go get yourself one of these types of jobs. I'm like, I'm not going to do it, Dad. I don't even know where Maricopa County is. He's like, it's in Arizona. I'm like, I don't like that idea, Dad. We were in the kitchen table in El Centro. I remember either he was filling out my application or he was having me fill out the application. Nevertheless, I didn't want to fill out that application. So needless to say, I did not end up in Maricopa County as a CO or whatever it was going to be, a sheriff, a CO. Santa Ana PD. I applied for Santa Ana PD in this same time frame. These are the agencies I applied for, 2005. Okay, the written examination was in Camp Pendleton, San Diego, Oceanside. I fucking drove up. I wasn't familiar with SD, San Diego. I get on the base, and the base is so huge, I'm fucking lost. I missed the written examination. I missed it because I couldn't fucking find it. I was upset. I went to go get a 40. I think I got a 40 and just fucking continued to drink the rest of the day. That's how it went. So your boy was like out of control with it. I applied for Border Patrol. I failed the Spanish portion of the test. You can take the Spanish test or you can take some kind of fake language test. I was like, well, I'm Mexican. I'll take the Spanish test. Fucking failed. I took the CHP test. Failed. Okay. Now, when I was a CO, when I was a correctional officer, I reapplied for California Highway Patrol. But I had like 6, 7 speeding tickets at the time under my belt. I was out of control. And I passed the written examination, I passed the physical, and when it came down to the first interview, I'm sitting outside of the office and I hear them inside. There's two guys talking. And they say, "Oh man, this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speeding tickets. He's disqualified." So there I am sitting in my suit that I bought at Ross, mix and matching, looking like Jim from Harsh Times. And I hear them. They say they're going to disqualify me. So I'm pissed, like, damn. So I go inside and they say, "Hey man, you got a lot of speeding tickets. Don't you like clean up your act and come back and reapply? We're going to hire you." And I'm like, "Okay, sir, gentlemen, thank you for your time." I go to Miramar. My sister was living in Miramar, married to a Marine at the time. I start drinking heavily. Like I said, you notice how I start drinking after these fucking letdowns? You remember the HBO show Generation Kill with the Marines? It was around that time that came out. So there I am drinking. Fuck me, man. A month later, I get a DUI. 2009. Boom. There goes the CHP fucking idea. Check my file. Jim from Harsh Times. When I was a sergeant at Donovan a few years back, I didn't like it. I didn't like Donovan. I applied for San Diego Sheriff. San Diego Sheriff has CalPERS, the same retirement plan as CDCR. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to fucking lose anything. Just transfer over. I passed the written examination, then I go into the backgrounds. Well, I got a lot of shit in my background, man. I told you guys I totaled my truck. That came up. They wanted the fucking, man, I can't believe I'm being honest with you right now. They wanted my California Highway Patrol police report from when I totaled my truck, and I had never seen it. So I go down to the fucking Highway Patrol on Pacific Highway or whatever, and I get it. It cost me like $10 or $20 or $30. I read it, and I'm like, oh my God, man, they wanted to nail me to the cross. That officer did not hold back in that report, man. So I just called the San Diego Sheriff background investigator. I said, "Hey, man, I would like to withdraw myself from this application process." Cool. All right. Did you lose your license when you got your DUI? You get your license suspended for 1 month automatically when you get your DUI. Now check this out, Drew. When I got my DUI in 2009, you get your license suspended for 1 month off the top. Then you get like a provisional license where you can only drive from home to work, period. Well, I got caught driving. Your boy got caught driving on a back road in El Centro by a CHP. I'm telling you, I was out of control. This was 2009. Furloughs had hit. 15% pay cut for all COs across the board. Everybody was losing their wives, their trucks, their jet skis, their boats, their houses, foreclosing. Fuck. It was a bad time in life for CDCR employees. I get pulled over. The officer looks at my ID. He goes back to the car. He comes back. He's like, "Hey, your shit's expired. You're going to go to, driving on a suspended license. It was suspended. You'll go to jail. Facts. You're going to fucking jail." And I'm like, oh my God, I can't stop getting out of fucking trouble, right? So I'm like, fuck, here I go, right? Here I go. Another time to jail, right? Fuck. Your boy went to jail a handful of times. Hey, I'm 13 years sober, have not been to jail since I've been sober. Coincidence? I think not. The CHP officer comes back and he's like, "Hey, man, I know that you guys are going through some hard times right now with the furloughs. I'm going to go drive down this road, and when I come back, you better not be here." I said, "Roger that, sir. Thank you. Thank you." And I just left, man. Hey, thank you, Sergio. My shit at. Sergio right here for blessing me. Shout out to you, my boy. Also a regular. Always good to see you. Do you think they'll break Kane off with a lot of time? That's hard to say, man. It all depends on who that judge is, who the jury is, who the district attorney is, how political things want to get. Hey, what up, GM? Hi, LT. My first time joining you. Shanae told me to listen to you. I appreciate that. I just keep it real over here. We're riding together. I was gonna say I try not to go too crazy, but I do. But here's my lanes. I try not to get out of my lanes, right? But yes, I appreciate that and welcome. So Big Jazz, that was a huge fucking answer to when you asked me, did you ever consider being a federal CO? Short answer, no. You know why though? Because since junior year in high school, my mind was set on becoming a correctional counselor for CDCR. That was it. There was nothing else outside of that I usually when I put my mind to something, I usually go for it all the way. What up, Steven? Just being curious here, pal. What percentage of violence does drug addiction cause in U.S. prisons? 90? 85%? In between 80 and in between 90%. The rest is going to be disrespect. The rest is going to be human nature, jealousy, envy, hatred, rage, short tempers, no 0 to no coping skills. But drugs, man, that's some motherfucking beast right there. The mark of the beast. I'm on Reddit for the shits and giggles. CDCR pages goes off. All new possible COs are all scared as fuck based on their ESOF. I see that. And I know the answer. I got the answer, man. I tell these people to tap in with me. Some guys, because I offer like some consulting, some corrections consulting, right? So I'll walk them through the whole entire fucking process and tell them what to say, what not to say, how to get through. Tell you guys this, that the background investigators in CDCR are asking these candidates, do you watch the YouTube channel Hector Bravo? I tell them, hey, man, just tell them like you've seen one episode, you typed in CDCR because you wanted to learn more about it, but you didn't really pay attention. You don't want to, it's not good if you associate yourself with me. If you're trying to do big things in CDCR. Trying to promote. That's another thing that my character, my personality. If I feel the heat on me, those closest to me, I tell them distance yourself. Right? When I was a lieutenant and these officers were gonna promote to sergeant, and they would say, "Hey, can I put you down as a reference lieutenant?" Depending on how the climate was, I'll say, "Hey, man, that's not a good idea." Or like, "Hey, they're gunning for me right now. There's a target on my back." They're like, oh shit, you're right. Close friends, man, I've told them, hey, distance yourself from me. Right now, lay low. I'm bringing the heat. Right? Drawing that fire. Will AI prisoners be the reality in the future? I don't know what an AI prisoner is. I don't know how that would work. Right here in El Paso, going to Fort Stockton. What up, Mundo? Jason Palmer was a prison officer from California, ex-Marine. Bro was the worst officer. Bro got himself killed on the range in Spring Hill Correctional. That's crazy. What does it mean when they say you have a nice belly button? Maybe like it doesn't have cotton in there. Hey, Drew, you're asking some good, juicy questions, man. I appreciate that. I mean, they're all good. You never wanted to be set to give special forces a shot. Look, when I joined the Army, infantry, see how it says it right there? I'm proud of that. I didn't know nothing about the Army. I signed the contract. I sat in the chair, and the guy next to me, the kid next to me, he's like, oh, I got airborne in my contract. I said, what's airborne? He's like, you got to jump out of planes. I'm like, the fuck? I want airborne? Told my recruiter, hey, I want airborne. He's like, too late. You already signed the contract. I'm like, the fuck? So my goal was to never be a career army soldier. It was to do my time and get out and join corrections. They did have pre-ranger. They had pre-ranger qualification course in Germany. I didn't even want to go to pre-ranger because I'm like, I'm not going to go out there and suck in the cold. For what? I'm not going to be a ranger. In hindsight, looking back, that shit would have been cool as fuck. That's hindsight, but that was not the goal. Lieutenant, how many people dropped the soup on purpose or soap on purpose? That's a myth. The day I got out of corrections was the same way I felt when I got out of the military. Total freedom. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. If anybody wants to know what it felt like to resign and quit and walk out the door, front door, it felt like ETSing from the fucking army. And here's why. When you're in the military, you know, people, okay, there's a lot of similarities between being an inmate and being property of the U.S. government in the military and or a state employee. There's a lot of shit you cannot do. So it just fucking felt free. Like, for instance, drugs. If I truly, which I'm never going to, at least never, but wanted to do drugs, that is something a person not in the military could do. That is something person law enforcement could do because they're no longer getting piss tested, right? I don't recommend that to anybody, but the freedom of not having to answer to fucking idiots. What up, DRG661? What vice you do to replace drinking? Coffee. Coffee. That one's an easy one. Have you ever tried speed, LT? Well, let me ask you this, Fern Dog. Is meth the same thing as speed? I don't think it is. Hold on. Let me answer you right now. Google. Let me check my notes. No, I've never tried speed. Speed was not a thing in Brawley. Cracks me up how now the PDs are desperate to get people to test. Hey, the PDs are fucking hurting. Law enforcement is hurting bad. And they do it to themselves, the higher ups. All right. They don't see this shit. They treat their employees like absolute trash, next to nothing, maggots, garbage. Abuse them. And then they say, oh, we have a hiring crisis. We need to hire more people. Hey, you fucks. Well, how about you just retain the ones you have? Retain the ones you have and then just, hire some more. Just treat people with some dignity and respect, please. I was a CO with CDCR for 1 year. I'm thinking about CHP. It's a good gig, good money, good benefits. I struggle with PTSD. I appreciate your stories and perspective. It's inspiring to see someone who has made it through their traumas and now is thriving. Thank you. When you say made it through my traumas, I'm still going through trauma. You know what I mean? It's going to be a daily process, but I hear what you're saying. I did a YouTube interview with pretty big name on here on YouTube. They will be dropping it soon whenever they drop it. We dove into PTSD. Very, very good, man. Very good. Does credit matter for backgrounds for the CHP? Yes, absolutely. Credit matters for all law enforcement. You better not have some fucked up credit, or you better have a good excuse of why you had it, not currently have it. Let's go to Taco del Gordo. That's right. Tripas. What up, Rogue Vibes? What's up, man? Keep thinking about you over there in Coronado, man, getting those full-size candies. You ever gone on Reddit? Yes, I go on Reddit. They be asking questions about me, man. Hey, what do you think of Hector Bravo? One fucking asshole wrote, the people that quit are the ones that are in trouble or gonna get fired, but that's not the truth. You know what some asshole wrote too? Some asshole wrote, he wrote in the comments, he wrote, why do people want to hear stories from a CO that didn't complete their term? I would rather hear a story from somebody that had the fortitude to complete their term. I'm like, this fucking idiot doesn't get it, right? Lieutenant, congratulations on your Spinal. What's up, my boy? Fuck, you're always banned from goddamn YouTube and IG. Yeah, thank you, Xavier. Sandcal Native, what up, what up? You should do an interview with Dubs. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I got to reach out to him and see if he'll come over to my channel and do one. I want him to talk about doing time in the shoe. The shoe, right? In person, I've asked individuals, how the hell did you manage to do 10, 20, 30 years? I had a heavy hitter correct me one time. He's like, 30. Oh, Spencer. 30 fucking years in the shoe. No way, bro. Fuck that. But his answer was routine. Routine. Every day was the same. What was the straw that broke the camel's back? Damn, Drew, I'm going to make a list of all your questions because they're good. What was the straw that broke the camel's back that made you stop drinking? All right. It wasn't one thing. It was how it all came crumbling down. I totaled my truck, right? But it wasn't solely totaling the truck because I had already totaled a car. So I totaled my truck. My parents and my dad was fucking done with me. Done, man. When I say done, put a fork in it, D-U-N. Fucking tells me I'm dropping you off. I'm dropping you off at the VA. You're dead to me. You're not going to be my problem. You're their problem. Oh, so you can see how I'm going down. End up in the emergency room asking for help. Your boy is just down. They end up sending me upstairs, voluntarily. And that's when I hit my bottom. I realized this is where my alcoholism has led me. It led me to the loony bin. My girl, she was my fiance, fucking done with me. Done with me. Everybody was fucking done with me. I was done with myself. That was a wrap. Even up until that point, I had no longer enjoyed alcohol, right? I couldn't, as they say, I couldn't get drunk and I couldn't get sober. What do you suggest to stop drinking? At one point in my life, my dad offered to put me on those pills that make you throw up when you drink the fucking beer. I'm glad he never did that. That would not have worked. What do you suggest to stop drinking? I want to say AA meetings is what I want to say. I'll probably just leave it at that. I got 10 years clean and sober. Congratulations on yours. Hell yeah. Shout out. What up, capital of Golden State? Hell yeah, everybody's in here, man. Ask your questions. I'm going to be shooting from the hip. What joint is more vicious, Calipat versus Centinela? Calipat all day long. That's what's up, Spinal. Handle your business. Have you received any correspondence from CDCR about your channel? Hey, Drew, every question you've asked, you've knocked it out of the fucking park, bro. No. And what are they going to say? We don't appreciate you talking about us. I'm not violating any policies. I'm not bound by any policies. Wow, that's unbelievable. You'd think they'd put millions into drug counseling for inmates. Steven, can't you see that they want drugs? You know, Mexico, right? You got the drug cartel down there. You got United States funding bunch of stuff down there, transferring weapons. Somebody once said that it's better to have your neighboring border, your neighbors at the border, to have them out of control, to have them fighting each other. That way they're not structured to invade you, which now I see that makes sense. I did not buy years back from my pension. I could have bought military time, but I didn't. Hey, what up, Isaac? Um, but I got about 16 years worth of service time, so that when I turn 50 years old, it's gonna be a good little paycheck, and then it can just start coming in. $14.5 billion in aid going to Israel. No way. I'm gonna pin that right there. Thank you, SenCal Native. So you're affecting the recruiting numbers. Hey, Drew, I don't discourage people from applying for CDCR or pursuing a career in CDCR. Look, I met up with a dude at Starbucks yesterday. One of my clients for my corrections consulting business that I got going on. And he's like, "Is it really that bad? Am I really gonna hate it?" I said, "Look, dude, it's not gonna suck for you for a couple reasons. One, you never saw how things used to be in the past. So you don't have that in your head like, oh, fuck, things were one way this way, now it's this way. That'll drive a motherfucking crazy. Number two, I said, I was a supervisor. I saw a lot, right? I saw more than the average cop. I'm up there with the bigwigs, seeing the buffoonery and corruption. That's number two. Number three is I legitimately tried telling them, stop what you're doing. Stop. Halt. Freeze. What you guys are doing is fucking dangerous. Stop. You're going to get people killed. More people killed. And they would tell me to shut the fuck up and put me under investigation for insubordination. So that you can see how that affected me. I wasn't just a CO in the building, got tired of how things were being ran and bounced. No, I was partaking. I was involved. I was associated with, that's a game changer. What up, Ed? Have you ever been attacked by an inmate? Not personally. Now, I've been involved in a lot of staff assaults, right? Responding, quelling, but not personally. Do you ever miss a routine? No. What routine? Going to work? Absolutely not. Putting on my boots? No. Putting on my uniform? Nah, I'm cool on that. Putting on my duty belt? Towards the end, as a lieutenant, I didn't have a duty belt. Here's a true story. I used to just wear that underbelt, the belt that goes underneath your Sam Brown, the duty belt. And at the time, this is a fucking true story, guys. I had a key holder where it would hold my keys, and I had a radio holder. Period. That's it. When I first promoted to lieutenant in 2017, I had keys and a radio. I thought I was the shit. I thought I had made it. And a coffee cup. But then there was a lot of staff assaults. A lot of staff assaults on Charlie Yard, level 4 EOP SNY. Coupled with these new officers did not know how to defend themselves at all. At all. So it actually got to the point where I'm like, oh, fuck no. These fucking cops aren't going to be able to help me. They can't even help themselves. That's when I started carrying a baton and an MK9 holster because, yeah, these officers, and I'm not talking shit, man. There's good cops that are young, but they're still inexperienced. But the majority, they didn't have it. And it's the truth. Well, Hector, what do you mean they didn't have it? I'm talking about you're working in a fucking prison where there's dudes that are very capable of violence. extremely experienced in conducting violence, inflicting violence. And you come waltzing in thinking you're going to get your neck adjusted and cranked your mindset. You're going to get killed, kid. Come on, G. What up, slide through? It's all about the control, Hector. Facts, Steven. You're sure right, LT. When I resigned, I felt freedom. Drew Kale. Facts. What up, Carlos G? Hey, what up, Brenda? Shout out to the Imperial Valley. I see you right there. What up, Mark? Fuck yeah, everybody's in here. Rambo, Priya these nuts. Hellfire paintball from Australia. Hell yeah. Eso. Spinal's back from putting the little ones to sleep. Abuelita's journey in the house. Hey. Let's give it up for Abuelita's journey. You're going to go back to school since you're out? No, I used up all my GI Bill. Fucking $20,000 to pay for my wedding. I got to stop. Okay, the money that I utilized and received while going to the school from the GI Bill, I utilized all that money for my wedding. What a beautiful wedding. What a gorgeous wedding. Never been happier since. LT, I can honestly say I relate to all the stories. So check this out, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys already know that. Hey, Al Skid, what up? But you guys only see this way, right? But I see this way. I converse with all of you guys, the majority, through email, through text, through phone, through the IG, through the Patreon. I've even met a lot of you guys in person. And we all have the same mindset, right? We all have the same similarities. And everybody tells me, look, one guy told me today in the morning on my videos, every time I say in the video part where I say, Hector, get to the goddamn point, said he starts laughing because that's exactly when he starts thinking in his head, where the hell is he going with this? He said, I never miss. That every time I say, Hector, get to the goddamn point, right? So we're all actually riding together, for sure. Oh, shit. Vex. What did Vex write right here? She said, I was at RJD 2019 to 2020 and hated it, then quit. So I relate to your videos. Oh, okay. One thing I want to tell you guys, for you guys that don't know, this is, and I used to tell people at work, I said, working at RJD, right, is like being blindfolded in a ring with your hands tied behind your back in a boxing match, right? And the ring is on fire. Everybody's like, yeah, that's exactly. You're like ducking and you're weaving all the bullshit, but you're going to get knocked the fuck out. No matter what you do. You mind your own business and step into a pile of shit. Next thing you know, you're under investigation. Like, what the fuck? Right? So, yeah. Then somebody said, yeah, and the fire extinguishers are filled with gasoline. I'm like, fucking facts, bro. So now you guys know how it is to work at RJD. Make some shirts. You know, when I first came out on the scene, I made some shirts. I should be due for some more. What up, George? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. All of you guys' comments, support, I fucking appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, Steven, you just got to work on it, brother. For sure. I'm a fan of the mass law student. Dude is going places and doing great to get out of the career field. Yeah, I don't know if he's already left the department or agency that he's in, but once he's out, he's going to crank it up. All right, Rogue Vibes, enjoy that popcorn, brother. Good night. I got stationed at the Navy base in Sealy, and the fact that the Navy tried to control my travels to La Casona made me get out. The big house. For those of you guys don't know, La Casona is a gentleman club right across the border from Mexicali, Mexico. You can cross the border, you make a left, right, $2 make you holler. Yeah, man, they be making it clap, you be making it rain. The chicken tastes like fish. Whatever you want, man. Sky's the limit, G. Let me tell you a funny story. During the AB 109, was it AB 109? AB 109, the realignment, the furloughs in 2009. Holy shit, is that the retired CO? Oh my goodness. What's up, LT? Down here in Mexico, the Aztec ruin, celebrating Dia de los Muertos. Keep my head on a swivel. Hope I don't see any cartels crossing this off my bucket list. Bro, how is it? Thank you for that. Is it like the movie Coco? Are they going all out? Do they have a whole thing going? Do they have like stuff to eat? Good night, Matilda. Oh yeah, 21K. I'm about to hit 21K subscribers. I'm like fucking 5 away. Semper Fi. Most prisons have mental illness inmates. Oh, 80% of them. Hey, what up, Ezra MF? Where you from? G, I'm new. Can someone tell me what's going on in the stream? Just post it, bro. Post it. Straight West Coasting. Chilling. What up, Antonio? How hard is it to get a CCW in Cali? It's pretty freaking difficult. What's your EDC? I do not EDC, but if I did, it would be a Springfield Hellcat. That's what's up, Linda. What up, Memo 805? If you would have stayed in, they would have made you captain, only to fire you outright. Managers get got for. They would have never made me captain. I never even took the test. Have a good night, DCT 915. Oakland in the house. That's what's up, man. Hyphy. Shout out to Oakland. Sideshows. I was on the reception 4-yard RJD in 2005. Yeah, they said the 4-yard, when it was a 4-yard, because they changed it over to Delta Yard, the name. They said that yard was rocking and rolling, to say the least. They said, what up, Andy? They said that every yard recall, they would have a code 2 or code 3 riot. What's the weirdest thing that you have seen smuggled into prison? The regular stuff, dope, cell phones, maybe a DVD player. You can find inmates in possession of like electronics they're not supposed to be having. What up, Rambo 1503? And Mark was cracking. Started at Ironwood. Never had a problem with only in personal 2 times. Day 1 and check out. I heard all the shit story of Lancaster and all true. So many cars that never took my back off the wall. Yeah, I hear Lancaster's fucked up. How many cups of chanate do you drink a day? All right, mandatory. When I wake up, when your boy's feet hits the ground, I hit the Keurig machine and I put 2 K cups in a coffee mug. Boom, I drink it. Then I put 2 more K cups in a coffee mug. Then I set up for my morning YouTube video and I drink it as I talk. By then, the first one is hitting and the second one is starting to hit. Right? That's when you'll see me wild out. Monterey County, keep pushing. Fuck yeah. That CO getting adjusted could have done The Exorcist. Hey, what did you guys think when you saw that video of the inmate doing a chiropractic move on that young officer, man? You know that officer, I think, allegedly is still inside the mailroom in trouble, pending some type of investigation for that. Why? Why get the kid in trouble? This is what you guys want. Just let him fucking go back to the housing unit, man. So his partners could laugh at him and ridicule him for the rest of his career. What do they call that guy? They gave him a nickname already. I don't want to put him on blast, but that shit would fucking make me laugh. That's what's up, Memo805. Thank you. Did you hear about that federal inmate that had a gun and wanted to kill his girlfriend? No, not at all. Lancaster is crazy. All right. Which prison is worse? CSP SAC, Lancaster, or RJD? Okay, I was at RJD. That was bad. Somebody was saying CSP SAC is worse. And I could probably see that because they have the PSU, the psych ward. I can see that for sure. I guess I would have to talk to somebody that's been to CSP SAC and been to RJD so they can know, so they can tell me. Who's the biggest heavy hitter you ever dealt with on a yard? I know who it is. I know who it is. And what up, JT? And while there is no rank structure saying, hey, this guy's number 1, this guy's number 2 in line, this guy's number 3, I'll tell you what, right now, there are heavy hitters that are more influential than other heavy hitters, meaning that their fucking voice carries farther, more power. And the individual I would converse with was an extremely heavy hitter, okay? Very respectful, very mindful. He would lose his cool from time to time. The dude would snap from time to time. And I would talk to him about that. I would say, hey, man, you can't be doing that. And he's like, I know. I said, because it's going to be bad. When you go, everybody's going to go. And then we're going to go. On your mark, get set, go. The dude would snap for sure. Like a pit bull kind of. Lieutenant, did they teach you about past CDC wars during training between 1974 and 1977? There was an NFMA war that the Italian mob helped kicked off. Over 200. No, they didn't talk about that. They talked about gang history, but not like the wars. Hector isn't lying. When Hector came and met me in NorCal, he had already had 5 espresso shots or something crazy. Facts. Oh, yeah, you remember that, JT? That shit was cool as fuck, bro. I did have 5 espresso shots and a refresher from Starbucks, strawberry acai. Ooh. um, no, and a Red Bull. Yeah, dude, it's because I was doing a lot of driving. Yeah. So I had 5 espresso shots, a strawberry acai, and I believe I had a Red Bull in the car, bro, which I drove from there to Sac. But you got to understand, I used to do a lot of uppers back in the day, so I have a high tolerance for uppers. Oh, bro, John Redcorn, how good were you at land navigation in the Army? Fucking horrible. I thank God. You know, I never got my EIB, my expert infantry badge. I regret that. I think I would have failed the fucking land nav, bro. I couldn't. I didn't understand. I didn't understand like the azimuth, the direction, the back azimuth. You know, I just fuck, man. Just point me in the right direction. Tell me to go kill. I'll knock that shit out. Hector, don't lie. Have you ever made a spread? Yes. Yeah. When I as a lieutenant, I used to eat the ramen noodles, and I used to get the tapatio Doritos, crush them up, put it in there, and take a picture and a video and shoot it out to all my coworkers. And they'd be like, "Damn, look at this motherfucker." Thank you, JT. Have you ever been in casita illegal gambling? Never. I'm not a gambler at all. I have a new strategy. My strategy is not a new strategy, it's an old strategy. My strategy, if and when I go to Vegas, I always buy myself something. I buy myself something for $200 or $300. I'll go to one of those malls at like the Caesar Palace, whatever those strip malls are. And my thought process behind that is, hey, I'd rather buy myself something and get it than to blow $200 or $300 worth of money and not have anything to show for it. That's a true story. I'm not a gambler. I don't like losing. The new channel is called That War Nerd. That War Nerd. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but go check it out. It's right there in the link on the top. Go subscribe and come back over here. I bet, Ed. I'm sure every prison cracks off, man. Prison, they're housing a lot of volatile individuals, and they're being guarded. They're being guarded by a lot of volatile individuals. Everybody's mad and crazy. And they're being led by a bunch of fucking buffoons. What incompetent fucks? What could possibly go wrong? What? They're being led by a bunch of corrupt officials that care more about a title and power than the safety and security of an institution. How the fuck? Salinas Valley State Prison. The retired CO. They got a parade. Everyone dresses up in dead makeup, food everywhere, people shooting off guns and rifles. It's cracking. Also, big mariachis. Take lots of pictures and take lots of videos, man. That's history right there. I like that. Not, not that they're shooting guns. That shit'll activate my PTSD. But I like the scene that you just portrayed. I might even YouTube Dia de los Dead, Dia de los Muertes, in Mexico, like a real festival that you're at right now. What's up, Richie Lokes? Psych runs LAC. Well, Psych runs RJD. Psych is going to always run the show. That's what's up, Candy 2. Have you ever encountered a narco when working? Not necessarily a narco, but los palillos, the ones that would put people in acid and disintegrate their bodies, melt their bodies in those drums. But you guys don't understand. Cartel members and or cartel workers or enforcers in a California state prison, they're nothing big, right? They are following the rules of the established organizations. Okay, they're fucking following suit. All right, Priya, these nuts, enjoy it, man. Any updates on that Brazilian sports bar shooting, Heck? Hey, Big Jazz, I did that fucking live yesterday morning. I showed you guys the shooting at Novo Bar, Brazil, right down the street from my house. And I got copyrighted against, man. The San Diego Tribune filed a copyright against me and deleted my video. The fucking goddamn hippies, liberals, sons of bitches. The fuck? Don't push shit on the internet if you don't want me to steal it. Acquire it. I acquired it. You ever see officers get with an inmate's woman, or an officer finds out his wife is talking to an inmate? For sure. Officers find out that their sergeants or find out that their wives are fucking inmates. For sure. Mandatory. I've already seen that a couple times. As far as, this is a good one. As far as officers hooking up with the inmates' chicks, I never seen it. I heard stories about it I heard the visiting sergeant, or they used to say, you remember that visiting sergeant? He was hooking up with those girls, the visitors, but I never met that person. I only heard stories like that. Nah, man. The only reason is because COs, they're getting it where they're get in where you can fit in, right? They're smashing their peers, they're smashing the nurses, they're smashing the doctors, they're smashing, like, for you to smash a visitor, you would kind of have to go out of your way to do it when motherfuckers are lazy, right? Oh, fuck. You go pick up the institutional landline, dial an extension number, and be like, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah. I know, that's crazy, huh? Yup. Hey, so yeah, we should chill sometime for sure. Like, and not that just that's what I would see partners do. Like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. You got a boyfriend. Like, I got a wife. Hey, what up, Michigan Wolverines? I saw your comment. I saw your comment on the other one. Oh, how dare you, Ron Kuby? How dare you, Ron Kuby? Oh, my water. How dare you? Okay, what's worse, war or marriage? Oh my God! Sometimes you guys be using my transparency against me. War for me was only 13 months. I've been together with my wife for 16 years. You want to know the good thing is? I talk to a lot of people. It's the same fucking story with everybody, right? Can't live with them, can't live without them. God, I love my wife. That's what's up, Steven. Thank you. Do I ever get panic attacks, and how do you deal with them? Not lately. Only reason is I haven't been putting myself in positions to get a panic attack. Okay, yeah, I do get panic attacks. How do I deal with them? I fucking leave the situation. Like, I get anxiety, and I have to leave, right? I tell my wife I have to go. She gets mad. She always says, "Oh, you ruined this shit again. You're always ruining everything." Like, fuck me, man. I can't win, G. Motherfucker, I'm over here having a panic attack, feeling like I'm about to die. My fucking wife telling me I'm ruining everything. Now I feel the shame, the guilt, the remorse. Now I feel like a loser. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Fuck. But yeah, dude, that shit's normal for me. Have you heard any stories about Pleasant Valley? Nah, it's just like a good pin for the most part. Bruh, did you ever let the fellas run it? If they did, they just did it low key. If you mean fight, did I let them? Okay, if you mean fight, they did. They did. I don't think it would be smart of me to just get on here and say that I let them fight, but they did fight. They did fight. I fight panic attacks. I trained a male officer who got caught with a male inmate. LT was like, damn, what you training these guys threw me for sure. He was married with kids. Oof, man. Have a good night, Steven. Panda Bear. Nah. Not gonna do it. It would be a conflict of interest. Top 5 worst prisons in Cali. Violence in this order: High Desert, Salinas Valley, Calipatria State Prison, probably CSP SAC. Holy fuck, Tehachapi fits somewhere up in that motherfucker for sure. Put Tehachapi in one of those. Put Tehachapi under High Desert and Salinas Valley. And Calipat. So Tehachapi would be, to me, number 4. That's what's up, Matt. Try, man. Do the others' car get attacked on a regular basis? I'm gonna be doing a video on the others. I'm overdue. Um, they don't get attacked on a regular basis. The wars that I seen were Mexicans and whites, Mexicans and blacks, whites and blacks. The Did the others get down? Yeah, but it wasn't as frequent. The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare Early Access just came out today. You getting it? Well, what I do, bro, is I YouTube video reviews of like the games. If it looks like shit, I won't buy it. If it looks interesting, I just did a screenshot. If it looks interesting, I will buy it. What about San Quentin? Bro, San Quentin, fucking Gruesome Newsom fixed that place. San Quentin Rehabilitation Center. All is well there. Don't trip. I was gonna say Tehachapi for sure. Yeah, I always forget it's about Tehachapi. Always, but it's out in the middle of I never been there. Everybody they say that place is stuck in the old days. I never been there. How structured is the Paisa car, and are they down with the business? The Paisa car is structured. If you're gonna compare structure to no structure, they have structure. Are they down with the business? Let me tell you about the Paisas. They will slit your fucking throat while you're asleep and kill you and fucking spend the night with the body. Wake up, you go, holy shit, man, what have you done, Pancho? Son of a bitch. Hit the alarm. Motherfucker killed his cellmate. The hell? What happened? We disrespected him. Fucking disrespected him. He fucking slit his ear from fucking his throat. What's my other channel about? I do reaction videos to police shootings that are on the news, war, combat footage. The others are very respectful. Not saying other races aren't, but my 18 years in the department, the others are very respectful. I remember a guy named Sinaloa, another guy named Gallo, um, probably a guy named Jalisco. These guys, they're very respectful, man. They just do their thing. They know how to make burritos. Their side hustle could be selling homemade burritos with shit that they get from Aomizi. Thank you for subscribing. I got the email right there. Damn, Spinal, sit your ass down or get a cell phone. You can, with a cell phone, bro, you can fucking walk around. This isn't the 90s. And you can do all that stuff, G. The other channel is that war nerd. But I'm gonna wind it down because your boy's getting tired. I'm probably gonna have a sparkling water right now, LaCroix. I don't drink beer, so like, not that I want the effect of something bubbly, but it's what I drink from here on out. Sparkling water does the trick. With that, you guys have a good night. I wanna, I started by thanking you guys, and I thanked you guys in the middle, and I'm gonna thank you guys again. Yes, I'm grinding. Yes, sometimes it's tiring, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it because of the reception that I'm getting from you guys. The feedback, the stories, the positivity. That shit's, I keep saying it's like filling up the gas tank, man. Ese Lieutenant, I retired from a federal prison, but the stories I hear from you about Cali prisons, is it like that because of the administration or was inmate politics? It all depends on what stories you're talking about. But the administration has fucking destroyed the department. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it's the administration. Here's why, DCT 915. Because towards the end, officers and inmates would be conversing and talking about how fucked up the prison is. Imagine that. Like, hey, man, consulting one another. Hey, this sucks. Oh, I know this sucks, right? These fucking assholes at the top. Oh, yeah, but a bunch of fucking idiots, right? That's the truth. Thank you, JT. Say good night like the Southerners. No, I'd rather say good night like the whites. Sureños, camaradas, woodpile, good night.